In terms of August 4th, what I do expect August 4th after talking to the police, because the police had a miscommunication and there were things communicated to us that was definitely inaccurate, okay? And so we'll put it that way. In terms of August 4th, they've made it very clear that they're kind of looking at this, the way that everything's going down, they kind of look at it as mutual combat. Mutual combat is a law that basically states, you know, it's something that happens a lot at bars and stuff. If two guys go outside and they both agree to fight, kind of like training or whatever, you know, no charges can be pressed, which I understand that. I get that. And now they're kind of making that clear, so I appreciate that. So basically, if you want to be able to march in Portland, and if the Portland citizens decide that they disagree with you and they will choose to use violence, then you're going to have to defend yourself. Basically what it is. Now, if one group is beating the living crap out of another group, that's when they start throwing in the grenades or the flashbangs, and they kind of clear it like they did June 30th. As you guys saw all the video, the Antifa or whatever, the Portland citizens came and attacked us as we were marching on our route, threw fireworks and other weapons into our group, and our group responded by chasing them down the street, and you know, it wasn't a pretty sight. So anyways, as these Portland citizens, these criminals, begin to get overtaken by patriots defending themselves, the police clear the street. So that's what they're expecting to do. Now I'm going to make this very clear. Very clear. We have to fulfill our obligation to focus on the goal. The goal is to exercise our First Amendment right. That is the most important thing. We are not there to fight. We are not there to beat people up out of anger or revenge, even though we have some pretty damn good reasons to be angry with some of the actions that these Portland citizens have taken, with this culture that Portland has embraced. Our goal is to go there and to exercise the First Amendment, because a right that's not exercised is a right that will be lost. That needs to be our #1 priority. And so we're not there to charge any groups. We're not there to kick people when they are down. If you need to disable someone who's attacking someone who cannot defend him or herself, especially the women, the elderly, or other people, then that's your God-given right, and that is the right thing to do. But you cannot show up ready to fight. Now, do not expect any type of legitimate protection from the police, from the city council, from the mayor. Okay? So, as American citizens, I see that as an opportunity to just stand up. That's the libertarian ideology, right? Take care of your own community. That's the freedom first, the freedom ideology. We will not rely on the government, I guess. We will not rely on the feds. We will not rely on anybody. I guess we're going to have to rely, just like our forefathers did, on ourselves, on our family members, our brothers, our sisters, our own community, to go into a city that is filled with so much hate, so much darkness, so much deception, and they consistently take their hate, their racism, their bigotry, and they project it on us. We will go in there, we will protect ourselves, and we will make sure that the entire country sees what is happening in Portland, in Seattle, in Berkeley, in San Francisco. Because if the rest of the country, if they don't wake up and begin to make change and begin to stand now, they're going to end up just like Portland. The thing is, we all know Portland is the laughing stock of the country. Everyone knows that, except for people within Portland itself. Even Oregon itself absolutely hates its own city of Portland. It is disgusting. It is the laughing stock. Everybody knows that but Portland. This is why it's so important that we go into Portland with freedom-loving Americans, people who love this country, people who love freedom, people who respect God, and to go into these dark cities. We cannot continue to just hide in your houses or go into the safety of a conservative city or a city where the police are doing their job. We need to go straight into hell with our brothers, with our sisters, having each other's backs and putting out the fires and bringing light into these cities. That's what we're going to do. Protection or not from the Portland police, we'll do what we got to do.